Okay, y'all. So thank y'all for showing up for our very first meeting of the year on the very first month of the or very first Monday of the year. I am so excited to be talking to y'all, and let's just get started. I'm going to drop the meeting notes in the chat if you like to follow along. Um, and if you're watching the recording that is going to be on YouTube, it is going to be in the description box. So it will be really easy for you to see the resources and follow along with us. So let's just get right on started. Guys, make sure that you are checking our Facebook group, the albums for pictures. They don't show up in the main feed. So like when you go to our Facebook group and you're looking for Whiff box pictures or whatever, I usually put them in an album so they don't show up in the main feed. So check that, or also the group board, which I've linked that in the notes as well. If you don't know what, I'm going to copy that link. Oops. I'm going to copy that link into the chat as well because I've worked really hard and I try to be really, really consistent on updating the board. If you go to, once you open that, if you go to fall winter 2024 or 24-25, and then you'll go to January 2025, you're going to see lots and lots of different resources. And I update these as the month goes on. So like as I find new stuff, I will update those. And then anytime that you guys find resources that you guys like or you use, please post them in our group. Please share them with somebody because we work better together. And obviously there's way more information in those boards and way more pictures than you could ever really need. But I just wanted to make sure that I shared that with you guys. Okay. Next up is the product status list. This is something that I feel like I need to keep talking about and keep talking about. You guys always need to be checking that. It is one of the very first things that pop up when you log into your workstation, because for instance, right now, blueberry cheesecake car bar, blue grotto scent circle 3-pack, Luna car bar, and our scent of the month, petals and peaches scent circle 3-pack are on back order. And so like if you added those to your order right now, even though they say they're going to be coming back in January, that's going to hold your order for 10 days. And so if you can avoid ordering those scents, that's absolutely what I would do. So just make sure you get into the habit of checking out the product status list and also checking out your news tab daily. Typically, they load a lot of the news tab stuff on Thursdays, but if there's something like a flash sale happening or something random, stuff will pop up on the news tab because it just pops up that way. The next thing that you're going to see in our notes is the consultant planning ahead guide. And I'm not sharing my screen just because you guys can click on that and follow along if you want to. And it's something that you need to get into the habit of looking at. I am going to share my screen a little bit later on. But the planning ahead document, I think we started this in mid last year, maybe. Anna, Elizabeth, you remember like sometime last year, we never used to have this. And when I tell you that this is just like so good, it's so good. And because it helps you like really look at your month, really know exactly what's happening. And so you don't feel like you're just flailing around like a lost fish because you know exactly what's coming up. Now, obviously, you may not know the specific date, but you can at least have your head wrapped around all those things. So in January, we obviously have that neon warmer, Sweet on You, and then the scent of the month, Petals and Peaches. But like I said, if you weren't looking at the product status list, you wouldn't know that the scent circles are on back order right now. So if you can help it, you don't want to hold up your orders. And then we have the January Whiff box, which I'm going to share some pictures with you guys if you haven't seen that already. The Scentsy air purifier promotion, Bring Back My Bar, and Valentine's Day collection. And then we have a $20 join special. Hello. Hello, to start off the year. That is amazing. And we should absolutely be using that. And then our host a party in January and earn half off host rewards, and then the leadership retreat. So that is everything that we can expect this month. Now, let's get into all of the different things. Right now, I'm going to talk to you guys about Bring Back My Bar. And there's two different things going on with Bring Back My Bar. The news articles are linked in the notes, so they're right there for you to click on. And then there's also a folder to boards that is going to have a ton of resources for you for Bring Back My Bar. Now, right now, Bring Back My Bar is live with the 25 cents that have the there's 5 bars from the very first catalog. I can't remember what they are off the top of my head. Banana nut bread, thunderstorm, key lime pie, and I can't remember the other two off the top of my head. And then we also have fragrance flowers in banana nut bread and Lucky and Love. Lucky and Love is like so freaking good and so popular, as well as Thunderstorm. Thunderstorm is a fan favorite. I'm not a huge banana nut bread person, but if people like their food smells, they will absolutely love banana nut bread. You need to be working the HELL out of Bring Back My Bar, because there are a lot of scents on here that I have never seen before and that are really good. Like I love Woolly Slippers and Snuggle Up, etc. Now, if you've not smelled those bars, that's okay. Have your own party and use some of those double half off rewards to smell them. And you don't have to warm them. Market them to your people and sell them what you have on hand. Obviously, you can't market that like you can't say that you have them on hand to sell publicly. However, definitely use those. Bring back my bars to your advantage, and we're going to talk about another way to do that here in a minute. And then also a new round of Bring Back My Bar voting starts tomorrow. So another round of Bring Back My Bar voting starts tomorrow. I'm excited to see what's on that list. Just because Bring Back My Bar months can make or break your PRV. If you can really focus on those Bring Back My Bars, you have 25 brand new scents that are only available for 1 month. And people always want to get their hands on things that are limited time. It's all about the way you market it. Let's say, yes, Jenny, we're going to talk about club here in a minute. Valentine's Day collection released. Apparently there was an issue about the flowers not being turned on right away. That has been fixed. Everything is on for the Valentine's Day collection. There is resources. My board link isn't on there, so I'm going to go put the board link in there right now. And all these board links that are in the notes that are like specific to each topic, if you literally just click on our normal board and you go to January, it's going to be there. But just in case there's some people who aren't as tech friendly, I've linked the specific ones in each category just to kind of make it easier for y'all. But I pay for boards. Boards is something that I'm going to continue to use. And as long as you don't have to pay for it as long as you're only using like one board. So you can have access to mine without you having to pay for it. And typically everything that I have on boards, I also post on the on our group page. For me, it's just a lot easier, I feel like, for people to see stuff in the board because it's a little bit more organized. Okay. So double half off rewards. If you haven't been with us for very long, you may not know what that means. That means with a $200 party, instead of getting 1 half off, you are going to get 2 half offs. Okay. Instead of a $350 party, you're going to get 2 half offs. You're going to get 4 half offs. Okay, so it doubles up like that. I am gonna pull up. Hold on, give me just a second. So, oh Lord, y'all are seeing everything. How do I make this? Hold on. Which I don't care if you're seeing everything. I'm just. This. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now you should definitely be marketing this to your customers. Post a party or a shopping link, they get double half off. So think about the people who may want an air purifier. Usually you have to have 3 half offs, right? To get an air purifier half off. So that would mean that they would have to have a much larger party. But now they can have a minimum of a 350 party, and they already have 4 half offs. They already have 4 half offs, and that's not including the perpetual party reward. So technically, every time you have a $200 party, you have 3 half offs that you can use. Your half-offs plus the perpetual party reward. So this is definitely time for you to be booking those parties, hosting parties for yourself, to have products to sample or to thank your customers for. Definitely take advantage of that. It's like my favorite time of the year because I stock up on stuff, especially with Bring Back My Bars, scent circles, all the different things. But remember, you do not spend family money on Scentsy. You spend Scentsy money on family. So don't go broke trying to do things like that. It's just something that I always like to mention to people. Air purifier, the promotion, the news articles right there. You get a free filter with every air purifier purchase. So that just sets them up for success so that they already have their first refill once they purchase it. If you don't have an air purifier, I highly suggest investing in one. It's really hard to sell something that you're not using yourself. I do know that they are pricey. I get that. Save some money from your paycheck to invest back in it. Use one of these double half off, can't speak, half off rewards months to try to invest into it. But I highly suggest it. They really are good. And it is, like I said, it is really hard to convince someone to buy something that you're not using yourself. So I love it. If you're not sure about how they work or whatever, go on YouTube, look at the products training guide. They're wonderful. Okay, this month's Whiff box. I have uploaded a ton of pictures into our group and to the board, but I'm going to open up another good picture that I found today. Okay, there's a good picture. Let me share my screen. Okay, so that is this month's Whiff box. I'm sorry if you wanted to be surprised. Too bad, so sad. It has $59 worth of product in it. Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. It has $59 worth of product in it for only $35. So you can see, and this is what I absolutely fundamentally am obsessed with when we do boxes like this. Guys, they are introducing them to the pods. Hello. They are getting that mini fan. So now you have a reason to continue to follow up with all of your people about getting a refill for pods. They can only get a refill from you. They can only get a refill from you. Okay. You could even break these down into different gifts. This could be somebody's gift. This could be a little girl's gift or like a Valentine's stuffer for their bag. These three could be a gift with the bar. Like, think outside of the box, because $59 for $35 worth of product is a huge deal. And you're introducing them to pods. Pods are the way. Nobody else makes anything like it. Nobody else can touch it. So once you can enter, it's hard to get somebody to spend the initial investment of, oh, do I really want to even try that? Am I really going to use it? But if they're getting it in their box, they're going to get it. They're going to love it. But it's our job to follow up with them to make sure they know how to use it correctly, to make sure they know that we have tons and tons of different scents for them to experience, to make sure that they know that we have the Scentsy Go, the travel one. We have wall fans. We have, the air purifier. We have so many different things with pods, but it is our job to follow up and make sure that we can continue the use of them, because too many times somebody will get introduced to it and then they'll never buy another refill. And they can't get refills for it anywhere else. They can only get it from a Scentsy consultant. So make sure that when you're selling your Whiff boxes this month, you make note of everyone who got one, so that you know who those people are that you can follow up with about buying pods. You can also create a tag in your customers in your workstation. You could put a tag in there. You could create one for people that have pod products. So you know that those are the people that you can follow up with when different pod scents come out, when there's pod specials, etc. I'm going to challenge all of you guys to sell 10 Whiff boxes this month. I try and challenge myself to sell 10 a month as well. And then I'm kind of at the point where I have about 10 already, like in Scentsy Club from different customers. And so now I'm going to challenge myself to do 20, because if you're not challenging yourself, you're not changing, right? And so once you can build yourself up to that 10, move up to 20, because I don't have the statistics right in front of me, but I want to say that like 60 something percent of all Whiff box sales are through Scentsy Club. Almost all of them. I have so many, so almost all of my people that have club get a Whiff box. Why do they get a Whiff box? Because they get that baby half off. Okay? Because when you're marketing this Whiff box for $59 worth of product, there's 3 different prices. They can pay $35. They can pay full price by ordering from you or from your website. They can pay $31.50 by ordering through Club, because that automatically unlocks their 10% off. Or they can pay $17.50 by unlocking their half off item by spending $60 in Club. So you're getting $59 worth of product for $18. That's what I do almost every single month, is I get my Whiff box for half off. Every single time I order a Whiff box, every single month I open it on my stories. I post about it. I tell people if I see a Whiff box order come in through my PWS, I'm like, let me tell you about how you can get that half off next month. Let me tell you how you can save money on that next month. Because even if they're only, do I want parties? Absolutely. But if they're not going to host a party with me, I could just rack up the rewards on my own personal shopping link, or I can do what's right by my customer and teach them how to save money and open up a club. Even if they just want to save that 10% right then, 10% is 10%. Plus in Scentsy Club, they're paying only $8 in shipping instead of 10. So you've got to always be thinking about how it is our job to save our customers money, because everybody wants a deal. And let's be honest, shipping sucks. Paying shipping is not fun. It's not something that anybody likes to do. I will spend $70 more to avoid paying $6 in shipping. That's just what I will do. So anytime we can save them any type of money, that is our job. Anna said, schedule it, set reminders for yourself. So when orders come in, you go live, you share. Exactly. If you're not sharing consistently, nothing else really matters. And I'm going to get down into that here in just a second. That's actually, I'm actually going to skip on our notes and go down to this part. So I'm going to skip down to January content / calendars. There is a document. If you guys want to click on it, you can, but I'm going to kind of talk this through real quick. It's called the daily activity breakdown to reach your monthly goals. In the chat, will you guys tell me what your PRV goal is this month? What's your goal? $2,000, $3,500 or more. Mine's $2,500, $500, $500, $500. 500. Good. Okay. So look, if you have this document open, you can obviously read it. 1,000. Good. So let's just say you want to get active. Active is a $7 sale a day. Okay. Focus on small popular products. 1 Scentsy bar, 1 fragrance flower, sell one. And if you're selling a fragrance flower, you can sell 1 every 2 to 3 days. You can reach out to repeat customers and promote quick buys. Okay. And this is a document that you're always going to have access to, but this is a very easy way for you to set yourself up for really attainable goals. If your goal is to have 500 PRV, then you should sell an average of $17 a day. Okay. Obviously, there's going to be some days maybe that you don't sell anything. However, think about it. A fragrance flower is $18. We don't want to tell people just buy 1 fragrance flower. Buy 3 fragrance flowers so you can save money. And that kind of knocks you off for the next 3 days, if you want to think about it that way. But breaking your stuff down into smaller attainable goals feels so much less overwhelming than I just want to, I'll never get to 2000 PRV because that's just so dang much. Break that $500 down into daily. If daily just seems like, oh my gosh, I can't sell something every day, then break that down to a week. In a week, I need to sell this much. Okay. Whatever it is that's going to help you reach those goals. I can't tell you what's going to work best for your brain because everybody works differently. And then it just gives you different ideas of different products. If you have $1,000 monthly goal, that's $34 daily. Okay. Focus on laundry love, maybe, or 3 Scentsy bars and 3 fragrance flowers, or 3 Scentsy bars and a fragrance flower. That's about 30 something dollars. And then maybe full size warmers. Those things can really help you focus. And then $2,000 monthly goal is $67 daily. And you're going to focus on bigger ticket items. You're going to be hosting parties. None of this even talks about a party. This is talking all about individual sales. This individual sales are going to be so much harder to get. You're going to work so much harder if you're not hosting parties, but this is just some different ideas. Think about if you sell 1 air purifier, that's going to knock you off. That's going to knock your goal so much farther down. Fragrance flower gift sets, 2 warmers and 6 Scentsy bars. That's going to set somebody up. And then down towards the bottom, there are some tips for selling some of the different products. And I'm going to let you guys go and read that. But it's basically fragrance flowers as gifts, fragrance flowers as low maintenance. You're always going to focus on the seasonal stuff, like Bring Back My Bar is a huge thing to focus on. Valentine's Day is a huge thing to focus on. Always talking about bundle and save, how you can save people some money because that is our job. Demonstration on social media. And if you've done it once, it doesn't matter. You got to do it again. Research shows that it takes 7 to 8 touch points of a customer to see something before they actually go and buy it. 7 to 8. So if you're only showing up and sharing about fragrance flowers 3 times a year, how many fragrance flowers do you think you're going to sell, or etc.? So, and social media isn't end all be all. That's customer follow-ups. That's emails. That's all of those different things. So that's a daily breakdown. And then something else that is really good that I try to post every single month when I find it, because I haven't made my own yet, just because so many amazing people share theirs. That is hard to see. Hold on. Are the content calendars. Have you guys seen those that people post? And I know I've posted some of them on our team page. So all right, so here is a January content calendar. And I know for me, I'm not really great at always sticking to it. However, this is what I've done this year. I literally printed it out, or this is what I'm going to do this year. I printed it out and I'm leaving it out to where I have to see it. And so if there's a day where I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what I need to share, I'm literally going to go to the content calendar and I'm going to go do what they said. But I'm actually going to go back to the days that I've missed, and I'm going to try to really follow this and see if it impacts my sales, because there's a reason that people put this in here. It's already got your month laid out and planned for you. So if you don't know what you need to share, go look at this calendar. Just go look at it. It's already broken down for you. It's already broken down. Somebody else has already done the hard work for you. Go and use one of those calendars. There's another thing that I saw, and I'm going to put it in our notes, but I'm going to remake this because this is old, because it has some stuff that's not in our catalog right now. But it's called a catalog monthly share list. I know you really can't see that because I want to remake it, but it literally just has wax and warmers, unplugged, pods and fans, laundry clean. It has all the different things that are in our actual catalog. And then like under wax and warmers, it says citrus wax family, fruity wax family, floral wax family. Unplugged, it has all the different unplugged options. I'll post it in there and you guys will see what I'm talking about. But the catalog is our bread and butter. The catalog is what we always need to be focusing on. And I know for me, I'm very, very guilty of not talking about a lot of these different things. Very guilty. Very guilty. So, what a goal of mine is going to be to make sure I'm looking at this catalog share list and going through this monthly, seeing what I can make sure that I'm consistent about monthly. And I print out a new one every month so that I can go back and make sure that I'm still continuously sharing about our bread and butter, because the catalog is what is going to get us through. I know for me, one thing that I did in the fall, which I guess it's still the fall, but like November, December time period, I took the holiday testers and I did a video on that. Those weren't LTOs. Those were in the catalog forever. It was just me giving people suggestions for holiday fragrances. So something I'm going to do probably next week, because I'm still going to do Bring Back My Bar right now. But next week I'm going to pick a category, or maybe I'll pick two categories, and I'm going to do like my 10 favorite winter bars, because we're still in this fall winter catalog for a while. People may not want Christmas, but they don't want spring. They want winter. So I need to help them figure out what I think is great for this time of year. That's our job. So make sure you're thinking about things like that. Okay? Anyway, let me find, where am I at? Okay. So that is those things. Now, let me back up. Okay, so February warmer of the month. Make sure you register by the 28th of January. That means it's January subscription, but you're going to be getting February's warmer of the month, meaning Luck of the Rainbow, Scent of the Month, which is going to be $35. And then warmer of the month, Clover Me Irish, which is $60 plus tax and shipping. In the notes, I've left you a link to the marketing tab. I've also left you a link to the Scent of the Month, Warmer of the Month rack card that I usually use to use in mail outs, because the brochures are really heavy. And this is just what I use. And I will continue to post things about that as well. I always, always, always invest in at least Scent of the Month, because that gives you a touch point to reach out to your customers every single month. I always do that. Now, if you cannot afford to do that, here are some other ideas. Pick another scent, or pick another 2 cent, 3 cents, and do samples of those that you get for free by hosting your own party. But every single month, you should be at least having some type of way to have a touch point for your customers. Here's another idea. If you cannot afford to do the $35 for the Scent of the Month, which is completely fine, once February 1st hits, go order those scratch and sniff stickers. Go order those scratch and sniff stickers, add them to your little cart, and do postcard mail outs. But remember, do not break the bank sending or spending money if you're not getting your return. This year, I had to really cut back on what I was sending and how much my postage was. Postage continued to go up, prices continued to go up, and you really have to just budget yourself appropriately. When I first joined, I would get a roll of stamps for $50, and that was what I could use. And when I was out of that roll of stamps, I was done for the month. Honestly, it was probably about a month and a half. And so it's really just going to depend on what type of customers you have, etc. If you want help with that, please reach out to your leader. And if your leader can't help you, they will direct you to me. Please reach out to them, because they want to help you. And that is how you're going to keep customers coming. And exactly what Jenny said, or Anna said. Anna said you'd be surprised what you can send with one stamp. Absolutely. Like, and don't take it to that post office, because they go rip you off. I'm sorry if anybody's a postal worker. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. They go tell you it's $3. Don't do it. Get you a scale. Use you a food scale. It doesn't even have to be a postal scale. It could be a food scale. And then someone said something about they love to get mail that is not a bill. Absolutely. I literally had a customer I think last week, she was like, I never check my mail because it's always junk and all my bills come electronically. She checked her mail, tagged me on Facebook, and she had 2 of my mail outs from the last 2 months because she hadn't checked her mail. And she was so excited. She was like, I have so many scents that I can smell now, and I cannot wait to order. Vive asked, did I see somewhere we can get the scent of the month stickers the month before? I don't know. Can we? I don't know if we can.
So,
I need to update mine too, but then I was scared I was going to mess Zoom up. She said she needed to update her photo. I'm not sure if you can. I don't know. I can look that up. I'm going to go back to the $20 join special. Okay. Something new I'm doing this year is called Active in 2025. So we're going to be doing an Active in 2025 challenge to see how many group members that we can have active each month and to see if we can grow and break our own records. So active is only 200 PRV. I say only, but I don't mean it like that. But being active is 200 PRV. Active is something that, in my opinion, most people can easily obtain if they work their business in a intentional way. So I'm asking help for all of you guys to help me with this hashtag active in 2025. I've already posted one of the challenges or our challenge for this month in our group, and it was to sell 7 6-packs of Bring Back My Bar. If you did not see that post in our team page or in our group page, I will share my screen here in just a second and show you. It is not the best quality photo, but you know what? We get what we get and we don't throw a fit. Okay. So literally, this is all it is. Sell 7, Bring Back My Bar 6-packs, and you are going to get a minimum of $42 commission, $21 in free product, and 3 half-priced items. So you're going to have a minimum of 200 PRV. But what we are going to be doing is having the hashtag active in 2025, and I want y'all's help. So when you come up with a really good idea to get active or you have a really good PRV idea, I want you to post it in our group page and use the hashtag active in 2025. Because if we can do that, then anytime someone's struggling for PRV, not only are we all working towards being active every single month of the year, but when someone's struggling to get PRV, all they have to do is search hashtag active in 2025, and they're going to have all these other ideas of how to make sales. But I can't do it alone because it's not just my page, it's everybody's page. So I would love for any time that you come up with any type of idea, everybody has value to give, guys. I just want you to use that hashtag. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. Just use that hashtag active in 2025. Number 1, who is up to be active every single month of the year? Raise your hand if you're on here, or you can type it in the chat. Def. Okay, and who is going to help me post on the pages hashtag active in 2025? Guys, the idea doesn't have to be crazy. It can be anything that has worked for you. Thank y'all. It gives me chills. Yes, absolutely. Even new people bring something to the table. Absolutely. You guys have much better ideas than I do because you're fresh and you have that fire. Anna, do you want to unmute yourself?
Okay, so I think what I got, because I remember sharing something in my team page. This is regarding V was asking if we could order like the stickers and stuff for scent of the month prior. I think what happens, I tried to go see if I could do it now for February. So I think you have to wait until they start processing on the 15th, because when it was shared, it was like the very end of December and you could order January. So I think it's probably going to be like toward the end of the month or mid to end of the month, but it looks like you can do that.
Okay, perfect.
Like the stickers and the brochures.
Okay, good. That makes sense. Okay, Jenny, good. I'd never looked into that, but yeah, so probably after the 15th, you could just order the stickers. And guys, don't pay shipping from the consultant store. Add it into your party. Add it into one of your parties. If you don't know what the code is or you can't get it to pop up, go do a pretend order in the consultant store and write down like the SKU and then put it in with your party order so you're not paying double shipping. Okay. And then if you don't want to buy the brochures, don't. Use one of the printouts that I share, put that rub and smell sticker on there, and you're ready to go. Save money, honey. Trust me. I got it. I got you. Okay. I'm going to come back to the join thing. Tell me in the comments who uses Scentsy Connect. Who knows what Scentsy Connect is? Okay, some, me. If you don't know what it is, that's okay too. Good, good, good. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Scentsy Connect is our brand new, well, somewhat brand new customer follow-up system. So this is going to be really hard to see on my phone, but there is that app right there. It's called Scentsy Connect. You can literally find it in the App Store, whether you have an Android or an iPhone. You can search it in the App Store. It's free. Free 99. And we asked for this app for a long time, because we used to have an app like this forever ago. So I highly suggest you trying out Scentsy Connect. It connects directly to your workstation and it gives you tasks to follow up with your customers. Okay. It's amazing, especially if you feel like you don't know where to start. And you can absolutely customize it. It's going to take a lot of the thought out of following up. You just need to make sure you sound like you when you're talking to your customers. But what I also wanted to tell you is that the customer follow-up tasks are now also in your workstation. And there was a news article for that. So when you go to your workstation and when you log in, you're going to go under contacts and you're going to click your tasks. And I'm doing this as I talk, but I can't share my screen because anytime I put the workstation on YouTube, my video gets taken down. So I have tasks where it talks about order follow-up and then it says product marketing and promotions. So I can click on, and it says new orders, delivered orders, and then I can check in with 10 different orders to ask if they need to reorder products. So think about that. They've taken all of the thought out of it. I'm just going to have to come up with what I'm going to say to make it sound appropriate. And here, I can send them an email directly from my workstation. In your phone, it's going to have all their contact information in the app. So Scentsy is literally making it so easy. Yes, it does send push notifications. And one thing that I'm putting in my systems this year is to make sure on Fridays, my Scentsy Connect is at 0. So if you see that in any of my systems that I'm going to share later, that's what I mean. Scentsy Connect is 0. That means all of my notifications or all of my tasks are at 0. Okay, so that's what that means. If you're not using that, I highly, highly suggest that you do. I shared my January mail out stuff in our team page. This January mail was sent in December. So it was before I had any information on Valentine's Day, but I'm going to talk you through it real quick. And all of the resources are in the board that is shared there. So if you click right here, it gives a little explanation. I only do one stamp mail. These are all of the Canva links. Oh, it says it's paused. Why? Because I clicked on it. What's happening? Try that again. No. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Oh, where did it go? Jesus, take the wheel. Okay, I'm not going to show you everything. I'm just going to talk you through it real quick. So my January customer mail, it's in the board. You can see all the pictures of what I did. I only do one stamp. What I included in there was 5 samples of Bring Back My Bar. I chose the 5 that I felt like were going to be really good. I did, I think 1/2 inch circle felt, and then they also got a sample of the scent of the month. They got a newsletter. They got the Bring Back My Bar stuff, and there was club information in there twice. Club information in there twice. And then you'll see everything like that. Once again, one stamp mail. Everything you need to look through is in there. I will continue to share every month what I do for mail outs. if you scroll back up to January content and calendars, there is a whole folder that has a ton of different January newsletter templates up there in the boards folder. Guys, I don't make all those. I don't use all of those. I just know everybody likes to use different things. So when I find things, I just kind of I put them all in a big folder. So especially if you guys are watching this on YouTube, please don't think I'm taking credit for anybody's work, because I'm not. The people in the Canva group and all those different places are just amazing and make everybody's life so easy. And I'm so thankful for everything that they do for the Scentsy world and sharing. Okay. How many of you guys, tell me in the chat, send weekly emails to your customers? Okay. And if you don't, that's okay. Let's start. Let's start, because statistics show that emails are still one of the ways that people really engage with buying. That's not the way that you should say that. But if you look in the notes, there is an amazing marketing training for workstation emails that I linked, and I actually went through all of the different email trainings in the workstation last month, and they are so good. So good. And there's statistics in there, and there's actually, I'm about to share my screen real quick. This image right here is so good. They're telling you what the anatomy of an effective email is. Because none of us were trained, most of us didn't go to college to be a marketing person. Most of us didn't go to college to do any of that, right? And so this is how they're explaining to us what works. And then if you go back up through the workstation in the lesson, which I can't show you or they'll take it down, there's lots of different statistics. There's lots of different ways to do it. If you have trouble navigating the email, like the different templates, what I've done and what I still continue to do for right now is I create my emails in Google Docs. You guys will see that I've shared those with you guys, and then I just copy and paste them over. You don't have to make it difficult, and they don't have to be perfect. All your customer, it's our job to notify our customers. And you don't have to be crazy with the information. You can copy stuff from the news tab, just make it sound like you. Take out the PRV words and stuff like that. Okay. So I encourage you to start sending emails to your customers. Also, something that is super, super like important to note is subject lines matter. Subject lines are what is going to get people to actually open your email. So something that I do before I send an email is I actually Google like subject lines for sales for that month or whatever. And I go through and I find one that I think is going to like actually boost open rates, because getting them to open it in the first place is part of the challenge, because you all know your inbox gets filled with tons of different sales emails. Sometimes that subject line is the only reason why you opened it. And I mean, I know that you guys can agree emojis work, but do some research on that. And like I said, all of the email training lessons in the workstation are really, really good. Okay. This is going on a little bit longer than I wanted to. Sorry with my weird accent. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay. So let's talk about Scentsy Club and the $20 join special. So number one, bring back my bar. Obviously you want sales, but you need to be hitting Scentsy Club so hard and so intentionally this month and next month. Okay. Because next month is going to be the 10% off and discontinued stuff. So you need to continuously be talking about it this month and next month. Like I said, 7 touch points. People don't know what club is. You don't have to say join the club. You can say my customer, rewards program. Like there's different ways that you can say it, but it always needs to be about the reasoning that it is for them, that it is going to help them. So always get my bar. I should have pulled out my notes. I have them from when I did the training on this. The statistics about how many clubs have an always like a retired bar. It's very, very, it's up there with the Whiff box. So always get my bar is something that you should always be talking about. And then the Whiff box being half off, in club, that is another way to really, really increase your subscriptions. But especially this month with Bring Back My Bar, club, club, club. Everybody wants to be in the club. Okay. They need to be in the club. They need to be saving that money. Another way to market it is you get 10% off year round. Because as long as you're spending $30, they're getting the 10% off sale all year. Okay. They're getting discounted shipping. They're getting all the different things. If you don't know a whole lot about Scentsy Club, that's okay. There's an FAQ here in our notes. Tell me in the chat if you have any customers or if you or any customers have a club subscription. I do. I have way too much in my club. It's kind of embarrassing, but I can't get rid of it. Good, good. And if you don't have anybody in your club, I want that to be a goal of yours this month. Find somebody to join club, or you join club if you can afford it, so that you can experience the perks and you can continue to share that with your customers. Because once again, we can't ask our customers to do something that we aren't doing. And that's the only way to get a discount on Whiff Box. That's the only way to continuously to get these bars. Scentsy Club is the way to build forever PRV. When I wake up in the morning and I see my PRV has gone up, like I'm like, oh, surprise PRV. And it's because I've had 4 club subscriptions go through. Some of those clubs are small, but that small amount continues to add up. It's PRV that you've worked for once, and if you continue to treat them well, they're going to continue to add to it. They're going to continue to schedule and get that product, and they're going to love it. Just treat them well. There is tons of Scentsy Club resources in the board. Right here, there is a link that has so much stuff. On my YouTube channel, I've done a video about club and Bring Back My Bar and why you need to really invest in it. And it goes way more into detail than what I'm going to talk about tonight because it's already running late on time. But just know that club is a focus that you should absolutely be doing. Now, moving on to the $20 join special. You need to be recruiting or sponsoring those club members. Pull those people from club over to your team because they already love the product. They already love the product. They're already spending money on it consistently. They're already like, why not get paid back on their product, especially with a $20 join special? They can get paid back on it for the entire month. If you want to build wealth, if you want to build a big team, sponsoring is the way to do it. Sponsoring consistently, sponsoring every month, sponsoring, teaching your team to do the same. And guys, it's a numbers game. Everybody that joins your team is not going to do something. That's okay. But you're going to find those people. It only takes one person to completely change your business. Just one. Just one. And you will find, if you continue to sponsor, you will find multiple of those just ones. But they live in the land of the people that don't do anything sometimes. And I know that sometimes that's hard to hear, but sponsoring is a numbers game. It's a numbers game. You can't force somebody to work. I can't force. Let me look. Wait, I have it written down. We have 581 people that could be on here tonight. There's 10. You're a 1%er. Know that about yourself. You want more or you wouldn't be here. So just know that that makes a difference. Okay. There's tons of join resources in there. I plan to do some more in-depth trainings this month. This is kind of just like an overview, especially because my time is already running out. And if you want, that's part of what I'm going to be doing later on this month. Sorry, y'all. Lots of different resources and all of that. Okay. Oh yeah. Hold on. There was one image that I really wanted to show y'all. I did not come up with this one of another SSD named Cassandra. She is an amazing freaking human and she is so smart. She came up with this image and it's called Words That Work. Are you seeing that image now? Okay. So I did not come up with this. This is in the Google Drive or in the notes. I'm going to put it somewhere actually because it's not gonna, let's see. I'll put it in the board. So it says Words That Work. This is the way to talk to people about parties, about Scentsy Club, and about sponsoring. So for instance, you don't have to sell it like I do. You can just use your account for family and friends discount. Perfect way. I didn't join to be a superstar director. I joined to buy for myself. People's circumstances change every single day. Don't make it difficult. Hey, such and such, have you ever considered making extra money with Scentsy? Okay. Your party is going so well that you earned a discounted kit. What if I told you you could earn cash back on all of your orders? This is a good one to use too, because this is kind of asking this person, are they interested without asking them if they're interested? Do you know anyone who needs to make some extra money? They may say me, or they may give you referrals. Here are the 3 best products to have your house smelling and looking incredible. And then you can follow that up with, let me tell you how to get them on a recurring basis so you never have to worry about running out. I need your opinion on something, not to be dramatic, but this is the best time to join. I mean, but really it's the beginning of the year. It really is the best time to join with a $20 join special. So I'll make sure that that is in the folder, but that is a great way to think about verbiage. Don't like overthink it. It can literally be as easy as, have you ever thought about doing Scentsy with me? Viv said, I have a customer that has a club that gets 1 bar. Yeah, girl, I do too. And I'm like, you are paying an astronomical amount of money for 1 bar. Please just add some more. Like, that is ridiculous. But anyway, okay, so let me finish up because I want to respect everybody's time. And I'm just so thankful for you guys that showed up. The group survey, I emailed that out. I am going to be looking at that more in depth later on this week. I have to prioritize my business first, and I'm getting my business all set up for the whole year. Something I should have been doing over Christmas break, but I was with my kids and I just decided to rest. And now that they're back at school, this is what I'm focusing on. So group survey link is in the notes. If you haven't done it yet, I highly encourage you to. I highly encourage any of your team members to do the same. Now, this next thing that I am clicking on is you will see over to the right, it says these are all the planning documents that I'm using so far in 2025. This is a link to a Google Drive, not any, well, can y'all see that? Yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm using so far this year. I'm still working on everything that I'm going to be using. That needs to go away. But like, this is my personal systems checklist, and I'm obviously updating this. You guys are more than welcome to use it if you want to so far. But I do plan on doing a more in-depth video, or maybe doing a video with my leaders and we can all chat. This is the monthly product share list thing that I was talking about. This is an old one though. Somebody else made it because it has some stuff in it that's not current. I want to make one that's like a template in Canva so that it can be updated each catalog season. But for now, I just printed that out and I'm going to have that out like for me to see and have it every single month. This is what I'm doing my monthly goals on, and I have it right here in front of me next to my desk. This is something I used a long time ago. And then as I get a new teamie, as I get a new club subscriber, as I get a new customer, I'm going to write their name down, and I'm going to keep these throughout the year so that I can really look at how I'm progressing and what I'm doing. I am going to be tracking my numbers daily. It's not something I've done in the past, but it's something that I feel led to do that this year. If I don't track it every single day, that's okay, but I want to be able to track trends. This right here is something that was shared by, I don't remember, but an amazing leader. It's a reflections and intentions workbook. This is something that I've briefly looked at, but it is something I'm diving back into this week, where I've printed this out and I'm actually going to write down in it, and I'm going to talk about and like fill this out for myself so that I can really focus in 2025 where I need to be. Um, because reflection is always so important in general, and it's really easy to be reflective in your head, but it's so much different to write it down and have it right there in front of you. And I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to have it out for like for at the end of the year. Like I said, you guys can go through all of those things. I'm more than willing to share the templates to that stuff once I've like done a video and explained how I'm using things, so that everybody doesn't just go and like print everything off and think they need to do everything. You know what I'm saying? So, that is that. Vive, I track my numbers daily. And I know Anna has tracked hers daily. Um, I know a lot of leaders that have. A lot of leaders do. A lot of SSDs do, because they will be like, my numbers are such and such percent lower GWV wise this month and last month. I'm like, how do you know that on this day? But it's because they track their numbers, and there's no other way to do it besides doing it in like by hand. And I have that out on my wall. I've literally have clipboards up on my wall with little adhesive hooks, so I have to look at it every single day, because if I don't look at it, I won't do it. Okay, last couple things. Um, okay, so I'm going to post tomorrow. When I post this recording, I'm also going to post the dates for the rest of our group meetings for the rest of the year. Obviously, those are subject to change, but I'm going to try very, very hard not to have to do that. As of right now, they are going to be the first Monday of every month. So at 8 o'clock on Zoom, first Monday of every month. If I can figure out how to make a recurring link and not screw it up like I did today, because I think that's exactly why, now that I'm like talking about it, I think that's why when I clicked start meeting on my Zoom account, it didn't work, because I was playing with doing a recurring meeting, which means the link stays the same. Like kind of how we did for leadership Zooms, the link never changed. I think that's why it didn't work. Either way, you'll always have the link. I'll email it, I'll post it. I'm going to give you the dates for the rest of the year. I will definitely give you a heads up if I'm going to have to change the date. I cannot guarantee that all meetings are going to be recorded. I'm not going to guarantee people that. I encourage you guys to show up live. Thank y'all for showing up live. I appreciate you. I see you. You guys took the time out of your Monday night to be here, and it does not go unnoticed. I also highly encourage your team members to go back and watch this. A lot of it may seem basic. Yes, the time will be the same, 8 p.m. Eastern. But this is the first meeting of the year, and I am going to do much more in depth later on. I just wanted to make sure everybody kind of had head wrapped around on all of those different things. Does anybody want to unmute themselves or say anything or anything like that? And I'm gonna pause the recording or stop the recording.